and be heard on the Eagles Morning Rise, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eagles 102.3 FM, your radio experience you can count on. Competitions? They don't exist. With Eagles, you soar.
Any money where I get, I dey flex, I dey ball, the best.
My dream is my dream is shopping with you in Montego.
Eagles 102.3 FM, your radio experience you can.
All right, I just want to exceedingly apologize for starting behind schedule. Just a little bit of back and forth going with ensuring that we got it rightly as we go conversational this morning. My name is Uduak Daniel, and yes, it is a Monday, and yes, it is that segment where we talk politics and current affairs. And this time, we would indeed be looking into the AMAC Chairmanship election, right here in Abuja. Of course, we had that happen right here in Abuja, and quite a number of things, a number of talk. Yes, a lot of things have been going on in that regard, and well, we saw how the PDP came aboard, and the PDP is kicking, said they were going to take a legal action against the INEC as well as the ruling party's candidate that took over. I'm talking about Christopher Zaka Maikalangu, popularly known as Maikalangu, hailing from the Abuja Municipal Area Council AMAC in the Federal Capital Territory. Now, I've got a guest who is in the studio right now. She is honorable in her own right, and she was also vying for the same position under the political umbrella of the Action Progress now? I can't get it. Action Democratic Party. Oh, come on. How could I have missed that? Okay. So sorry. Apologies for that. Okay. Let's get you up so that indeed we can have that conversation very well. Action Democratic Party. All right. I've got her here. She is Honorable Elizabeth Richard. Right, Honorable Elizabeth, welcome aboard to the discourse this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I've seen your posters. I've seen banners of you, at least in some designated parts of Abuja. Yeah, and you were under the Action Democratic Party. ADP. Okay, awesome. Right, does it have a slogan under it? Is it
yes.
ADP what? Okay, all right. But you were under that. One destiny.
Action forward.
One destiny, action forward. Okay, that is the slogan. Now, how would you assess the February 22nd, 2026 elections as conducted by the Independent National Electoral Commission?
Oh, well, what I would say is that there was no election.
There was no election?
There was no election.
Why do you say that?
Why did I say that? Because if you look at the turnout, I had my people going around the whole polling unit. Mm-hmm. And from all the information gathered, if we look at it very well, if the turnout is not even up to 10,000 people. So where was the 40,000 gotten from? And let me be honest with you,
right.
All were not true. And another thing that were happening is that in so many of my polling units, I keep receiving calls. There are a lot of people because I had to stand firm at my own polling unit where I cast my vote.
Yeah.
And a lot of agents from other political parties, they were there. They saw me receiving call, the ADC, the SDP, even APC, and so on. They were all there when call keep coming in about what is happening at polling unit. In some polling unit, let's say polling unit 14, 15 in Guagua,
yeah,
the people there, they refuse other political party to be voted. Yes. Yes.
What party were they representing?
They were representing APC.
And they refused
They don't allow anybody to vote other political party. Yes. Then, my people were also beaten up in Gui ward. Yes, just because there is an alarm when they were trying to rig. From the information gathered there, the chief of that place came out to manipulate the election, and there is alarm. From there was a chaos, and the police threw tear gas. In fact, one of them was at the police station, others were at the hospital. The pictures are in my phone here. I can show you. So in this, and you can see even from the results that were being uploaded, you can see some at the early report upload, you can see the votes are like 2, 3, 4 like that for everywhere that I also walked through. There are no people. There was no turnout. Where did they come about 40,000 then for the ADC? 12,000 plus. I'm beginning to wonder, where did this emerge from? And if you look at it very well, there is a video also trending online where I think there are like 2 different ballot paper in some polling units. Yes, where even in one of the polling units in Orozo, my own, I was called by my councillor that something is going on, that she voted after casting a vote. Then the next people that wanted to vote ADP, they found out that ADP was not on the list.
Wow.
And they started raising alarm. So one of the INEC officials now draw her aside. So she said they now brought the real ballot paper. This is it. I was not there, but this is the information that was passed to me, and I immediately passed it across to some INEC officials that, look, please pay attention to this very area. And even as at late in Jiwa, I was also called that I have votes, but they refuse to record it. It's not only there are a lot of places that I have votes. That day my head was like big, like what is going on in this country? Because they keep calling me, madam, look, this is what is going on. You have vote, they refuse to record it. Okay, I even have some samples here. I'm going to show it to you in my phone, where they cancel some of my vote. One was 92, one was like that. They cancel. In fact, I got tired. I refused to receive. I said they should not call me again. So that was why I said there was no election. And another issue is that ADC were also forcing people to vote them. When they got to the polling unit trying to locate because my logo, that is our logo, was tiny. The name ADP did not come out well. Yes, so that give a lot of people, it's not everybody that is educated to be able to know. They just want to see ADP. And when they didn't see it, they don't know what to do. So from the information gathered, even the video online, the lady said the ADC people forced her to vote. They said she should vote ADC. Then in another polling unit, I was informed that the people there were saying no, ADC and ADP have already merged. They should convert my vote into ADC. Yes, so this whole crisis passed through between APC and ADC at all these polling units, buying of votes. Yes, it happens. So that is why I said there was no election. Honestly speaking, let me tell you this.
Right.
Even in Sunnyvale, after the election, to even upload it becomes a problem, and so on in other places. Look, let me be honest with you. I expect so much more than this from INEC, coupled with all the stakeholders meeting that we had and so on. We expected that this election should be free and fair. Even if it is 5,000 people that come out from the election for the voting, it should have captured that 5,000. Let the proper vote numbers be apportioned to whoever they vote, and let it come out like that. But to say 40,000, because by the time you count that 40,000, you add 12,000, that means you are saying about 52, or then add every other political party number. Look, from the election that took place, we do not have turnout of that number.
Well, I remember that I also had conversation with some colleagues who are in Kubwa. They said people were going about their businesses and people did not go to vote. Nobody went out to vote. I'm wondering where the numbers came from. So what you're saying is that we should not bank on what we see on the front page, what was declared, because there was no election as far as you're concerned.
As far as I'm concerned, there was no election.
Let's get with Comrade Gerald Okachi, who is a human rights activist, a public affairs commentator, a social analyst, and a conflict resolution expert is joining us via phone call. Welcome aboard, Comrade Gerald.
Yes, a very good morning to you and good morning to listeners.
Right, awesome. Comrade, we have the Honorable here. We have an Honorable Elizabeth Richard. Now, she was the aspirant, the chairmanship aspirant under the platform of the Action Democratic Party. And long and short, cut short, she says there was no election. What do you say about that?
Just to add to some of the things you said about me, my organization is one of the accredited observers for these area council elections. So I led them on Saturday. In fact, we work from Thursday to Sunday afternoon. You see? Yes, everybody have a right to say a lot of things.
Sorry, comrade. What organization is that?
Initiative Against Human Rights Abuse and Torture in Aura.
Okay, go ahead.
Initiative Against Human Rights Abuse and Torture in Aura.
Okay.
You see, today we are not just talking about election, we are talking about the silent protest of the Nigerian voter. In the just concluded area council elections, using Abuja Municipal Area Council as a case study, the heart of the nation's capital recorded a voter turnout of less than 8%. Out of over 837,000 registered voters, only about 65 people showed up. You know what that means? Over 92% stayed away. That is to say, out of every 100, is about 7 or 8 are deciding the fate of the entire 100. This is not just low turnout; it is a vote of no confidence in the system.
Exactly.
Now let us compare this with what happened in other councils. In other area councils like Ekuje Area Council and Popular Area Council, we have a turnout which crosses over 20%, with some approaching 25 to 27%. Even in Abaji Area Council and Kwale recorded visibly stronger participation. So the question is simple: why did the rural LCT vote more than urban Abuja? If we look at the previous area council elections in LCT, especially in 2013, 2016, and 2022, one trend is consistent. Turnout keeps declining, especially in urban councils. AMAC has never recorded or recovered its early enthusiasm. Exactly. Each election records less trust, fewer voters. People voted massively in the early years of area council elections because they believed area councils mattered. Their votes counted, leaders would be accountable. But over time, that belief has been eroded. Urban voters did not wake up one day and decided not to vote. They learned it from repeated unfulfilled promises, poor service delivery, councils that look powerless, chairmen disconnected from people, councillors who disappeared after elections. Many voters now ask, what really changes after I vote? And when people no longer see results, participation collapses. And that is a dangerous development, a dangerous trend that is going on. So, ironically, if you look at it in a very moral angle, you see that AMAC has more educated people, more informed people, more politically aware voters than any other area council. But awareness without trust produces apathy.
Yes.
So, urban voters follow politics closely. They analyze results, they compare promises with performance, and many have concluded the system listens only during campaigns. So instead of protesting on the streets and be arrested or maybe charged for treason, they protest with silence on election day, and it does not tell good about our democracy.
Okay.
Now, if we compare it to rural council election, where we recorded over 20% turnout, in places like Kuje, Abaja, and Kwale, politics is personal. Leaders are accessible, projects are visible. Traditional rulers and community leaders mobilize voters. If a borrow, for example, is not working, people know who to hold responsible. Exactly. That's for rural voters. So voting keeps them relevant. For urban voters, voting feels symbolic, not impactful. And that is why we saw what happened on Saturday. You understand? A situation where less than 8 persons, about 7.6% of over what is expected, is turning out on a local grassroots election. So another factor is economics. Rural voters depend more on area council interventions, empowerment program, community projects, Urban voters are more independent, more mobile, and less relevant on councils. So AMAC is full of renters, civil servants, students, business people. Many we are not even around. Others they didn't bother transferring PVCs. So simply say it's not worth it. You know, a situation where many of citizens are believing that their votes do not count.
Let me pause.
So when they went down,
yeah, let me okay. Finish that line. Finish that thought.
so when less than 10% of voters decide who governs, legitimacy suffers.
Yes.
Accountability is weakened.
Yes.
Leadership becomes a big man driven or ally driven. A situation where you begin to see minister make uncomplimentary speeches days before election. So it becomes early driven leadership. So no turnout does not mean peace. It means citizens have chickened out.
So come
and you can say that when people stop believing in balance, they begin to look for other means of expression. And that, you know what that means.
All right. Well, INEC is saying that of the 62,861 valid votes, that the APC candidate, who is now returned, Christopher Maikalangu, was elected chairman of AMAC. So you're saying that this number is not real, is not true. This number, based on the turnouts.
No.
What are you saying?
Didn't say that.
What are you saying exactly?
You see, I'm talking about, we expect at least up to 50% of turnouts.
Okay.
You know, in the election we are going into, we have over 800 or 30 something voters, and you are coming out with that is very, 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 very minimal.
Okay, I get it.
It reflects the will of the people. You understand? I do not expect anything, but then it goes to tell a lot of things, you know, when it comes to legitimacy, when it comes to credibility, when it comes to grassroots support. It doesn't tell you. It simply means that citizens are beginning to lose faith in, not just they have lost faith in an exam. If you go into exam and in that examination you score 8 over 100, what do you think it is?
All right, let me get to the honorable.
In an examination that you get promoted, you are expected to score at least credit, and you are getting 7% or 8% over 100. And you get promoted, what do you think will happen?
Let me take it right from there and pass it to the honorable now. He just painted a picture for us. I mean, in an examination where it's over 100 and you're getting 8 over 100, how would you score this election? And do you think that smaller parties have any hope for competitiveness when it comes to the issue of allowing for the voice of the people to be heard? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were passing the question to him.
To you.
Yes. What I would say in this aspect.
How would you score? How would you score this entire process? Are you calling it a sham? Are you saying, oh, it is just balderdash, like this is no election at all? And if you're saying that, where is the competitiveness for smaller parties to also have a say? Because you mentioned the fact that some of your members were beating.
Yes.
And I wish you could send me, because we are streaming live right now on Facebook and YouTube, so that the listener and the audience can indeed watch and see for themselves. So it doesn't seem as though we're just talking and talking, right? So when we say that something is not working, there is proof that it's not working.
Yes.
And if it is working, there should also be proof that this is working.
One picture, look at it.
Good Lord.
He was beaten. Then the other ones were in the hospital because of the tear gas. One was arrested. We had to go and bail him out. For yesterday, just because there is an alarm of manipulation at the polling unit.
So is there hope?
Yes, there is no hope.
There's no hope.
Is it, because this was supposed to be a test for 2027 election, for the credibility and to enable people come out for 2027 election. And I have a high hope on INEC to perform. Like what they said, they were not going to allow vote buying,
yes,
which actually took place in most of the polling units.
Wow.
And attentions were drawn to it. In one of the polling units in Nyanya, polling unit 01, the DSS was also called. Why the issue of trying to, and when they wanted to fill up the ballot boxes, that was the information I got. I wasn't there. Fine. However, some people might be saying you were not there. How do you, how true is the information? There, it is true. It is true. It actually happened. When I first reported the incident in Karishi, the next call that I got was that the man was telling me that, but I said they later on changed it, that it is not true. After then, a lady spoke. This is it. The video is here. A lady.
I wish you can forward it on
I will forward it to you. I already forwarded it on my Facebook.
We can
follow up with my Facebook.
Okay.
You will go to Honorable Elizabeth Ozavide. You will see it there. She spoke online there. She said ADP logo was not on that ballot paper.
So missing
yes,
logos.
And when she was raising alarm, they asked her to vote ADC, that she was forced to vote ADC, that she was not the only one there. She was not the only one. For you to know that it is true, it was my counselor who first gave me this information that what is going on. Please call. Please call. I said, you two try to call INEC official that you know. What I'm saying is that our votes were not protected. For the area, like there are some of us at the some political party who could not get their voters agent tag complete, maybe the process of uploading or so on. Like I get 610 agent tag, so it prevent my people from moving around. It's now left the polling unit to my people who went there to vote, and because they are not wearing agent tags, they have little access to be able to protect our vote. Like I said, these are the picture of some of our vote that was being cancelled without any reason, telling us that this is the reason why this vote were cancelled. And the next thing you see is that they gave those the vote that were cancelled, they record it for APC. This is
for APC,
here.
not ADC.
No, this one is APC.
Okay.
This is it. You can even see you online.
Sorry.
So,
I'm listening carefully to Honorable Lizzie, with regards to ADP.
Yes.
No, if ADP is not on a ballot paper, I think is a responsibility that INEC must take. It's a pure negligence that we cannot be tolerated and accepted. In a system like this, except maybe they are claiming that maybe ADC is facing the same problem the likes of Labour Party are facing or what have you. But that is on that. I strongly believe that there's no perfect arrangement or organization.
Okay.
INEC may be their best because we observed that election. But then there are more factors that we need to meet. There are more issues that we need to face holistically. There are more issues that are demanding urgency, as a matter of emergency. This is the system we find ourselves. When we talk about vote buying, there are more voters in some areas I covered that are willing sellers. Going about meeting agents, looking for who is ready and willing to buy. That is to say that poverty has been weaponized.
Exactly.
You understand? And it's unfortunate and it's shameful. But therefore, the part of INEC, what they contested, they did very, very well. But the system is what is failing them. Exactly. So on their part, I did not see any wrong. Even though that there are polling units like in Kuduru ward of Buhari unit 016. The beavers, they brought there was, the kind of everything in that beavers is okay. But whenever it comes to date of birth, because you can either be identified via your thumb or your facial look. But if you look at the details, the majority of voters, their date of birth continue to repeat January 1st, as against their real date of birth, meaning that the configurations, they need to work on it. Yes. Then on issue of security, I think at the JAM headquarters, the front of JAM headquarters, around 10 a.m. on Saturday, for no just reason, I see no just reason, police came there and shoot tear gas.
Just like that.
Just like that. When they perceive people were angry for what they did, they enter their van and run away.
You see.
You understand? There was a particular village where they say their chief died, another chief who is the successor. The chief that died, Palace, is the polling unit. The new chief now decided to coerce and force the ad hoc staff that they must push the whole material to his house. People should come to his house and vote as the new chief. You know, but I give security personnel thumbs up for turning up and ensuring that the right thing is done. They return it to the right place, because such things can hinder people from coming at a situation where you throw tear gas when there's no need for that. A situation where your place is not designated for the purpose of the elections. For the purpose of the elections, and you are forcing yourself to be recognized in that area. So it doesn't feel good, you know. Right. So I think in terms of organization, INEC did very well. You understand? Yeah. But the system that made them, a system where majority of vote, majority, will be going about demanding from agents, canvassers, observers, anybody they see, they believe, apart from security personnel. I see my PVC. All right, see my PVC. He goes to tell you a lot.
Yeah, let me put a peg to your thoughts. Let's open the phone lines, get to hear from family members and Eagles in your own right. You can join the conversation. You were a part of the voting process, the electioneering process, or you were not. But you witnessed it, you've seen it, you viewed it, you assessed it. You want to tell me what you think. In view of 2027, what was the election like in your area? I think this feedback is very necessary so that all of the stakeholders can do the needful and ensure that things get rightly done in 2027. Because Franklin from Lube is saying, good morning, Nigerians. For now, I'm not expecting anything good from Nigeria until we do the needful. God bless the Nigeria. Well, let's take this call here. This one here is coming from, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, please. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Tanko from Lube.
Tanko?
Yeah.
All right, Tanko, welcome aboard. Talk to us. Go straight to the point.
Before election, the minister said something. Vote and leave the rest to me. So even if people voted, so the rest, the minister knows what to do, and he did it.
Yes.
There is no confidence in the electoral process in this country.
Exactly.
Understand? Election was a scam. How can you have two people voting, and at the end they have 40,000? Where did they get the number from? So I don't know what.
Wait, Tanko, you're saying that you really witnessed at a polling unit just two people voting?
Two people.
Two people. You understand?
Okay.
They don't have confidence. So what I will advise government is that they should cancel 2027 and read the result they have written out, so that there will be no bloodshed.
Yes.
Even for us to wait at times. People refuse to go because they don't have confidence in the electoral process.
All right, exactly. Many thanks.
You can line up and vote at the end, your vote will not count. Okay, short second.
Exactly.
All right.
So, let's our time 2027. Let them read out what they have written. And we have peace of mind. And people will be safe so that there will be no bloodshed.
Okay.
That's my case. Thank
Many
you.
thanks. There's a rest my case.
Honestly, during my consultation, trying to tell people what I have to offer, a lot of people were asking me, Madam, they will not let you win. Yes, they will not let you win. You know, like he said, what Wike said, people were making reference to that. They said they will not waste their time to come out. And actually, people didn't turn out. That's the truth. Because in the middle of all this, during the Saturday election, my people go around every one polling. In fact, I had to pay for people to go around polling unit, charter keke or machine to go around to see the turnout. They went around and saw the turnout. That's why I'm telling you that. If we look at it critically, let them prove to us with video that we'll have over 20,000 turnout for this election.
Honorable, let me put a peg to your thoughts. Let's take another call. Comrade, I'll come back with you in a short bit. Hello, good morning.
Okay.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
All right.
Are you there? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, please. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Joseph.
Sorry?
My name is Joseph.
Can you speak into your phone, please? Project your voice a bit.
My name is Joseph.
Awesome, thank you. Joseph, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from a central area right
Awesome, Joseph. What's your assessment of the election?
I actually want to
talk about the election on Saturday.
Okay, please go ahead.
My polling unit was 014 in Lugbe APC.
Okay.
And the total vote that were supposed to vote there was about 2,000 something. We ended up having about 60 something. And most of the ballot paper that were left, we asked them to cancel it right in front of us. They were arguing and they couldn't do anything. And what they did was that they packed everything back to their carton and took it back. So we're trying to protest that those things there should be cancelled. But they didn't listen to us. They took it. And what will happen after that? Wouldn't they go somewhere and start printing all those left ballot paper and say that the social person win the election? It's very, very wrong. They should try to be transparent and do things clear. Thank you very much.
Many thanks. Okay. 2,000 were supposed to vote in that polling
60.
unit. Then we had 60 something. Comrade.
Hello, Yudi. I want to respond to the family member.
Yes.
While I do that, please try to call the radio phone line because a lot of persons are sending me messages they want to reach out to contribute.
Okay.
Well, with regards to the family member that just finished speaking now, I think in that polling they really failed because this is where voter education is supposed to take place, especially from political parties and the electoral umpire, because we have been doing that. We need support from government. They need to know their rights, their civic rights, their basic foundation, their basic rights. You don't allow them to stamp and take back that ballot paper. No, they must, as MUSC, must cancel it in your presence. That is why you go to police station. If you finish writing your statement, those IPOs or police officers, in your presence, we mark the on written areas. They will cancel it in your presence and ask you to sign under it so that nothing will be added to what you have written. You understand? So this is where education, sensitization must go on. It shouldn't be when the election comes we begin to campaign. Just like the honorable in the studio, I want her to at least take it as a responsibility that elections sensitization should go beyond campaign. Let us work together, and I believe that the outcome of the election is really what it is. A situation where you have less than 7 or 8%, of vote, and we are still complaining that people didn't turn up. To us, as observers, we think that the low turnout is a serious silent protest by the Nigerian people, and the protest is danger for us as a democratic nation.
All right, let's call the numbers now. 0907 353 0044.